Happy New Year, YouTube! This is Thongger, and today I am bringing you another Dawn of War 2 Retribution online commentary video. It is New Year's Day. What am I doing recording videos on New Year's Day? That is a very good question. I have no friends. I'm joking. Anyway, today's game is played on the Argus Desert Gate. You all know this map fairly well. If you don't, then what are you doing here? Anyway, it's quite a straightforward map. 3 central lanes, one with power, one with victory nodes, and one with a bit of both. Anyway, let's look at the players over here on the blue team. We have PEPE, who is playing as the Chaos Lord. He is sporting the Word Bearers DLC. Let's have a look at that. Pretty smexy looking, very scary. Those guys have spikes in their arms. That's pretty hardcore. And they're carrying Chaos Bibles on their belts. Very grim, very dark. And the Chaos Lord over here, he's a... look at that grin. That's a face only a mother could love. And he's pretty ugly, pretty evil looking. Someone I would expect the Word Bearers evil man to look like. And we have 13 Blog RU. I'm just gonna refer to him as a green tech marine. There he is, sporting the salamanders, fitting as always as they are chapter revered for their fantastic tech marines. And here are his scouts, very smexy looking as well. And we have King Leonidas playing as the red Chaos Lord, fitting that they are red, as being as the Spartans wore red as well, however not naked. Anyway, just a bit. All the players in this game are extremely high level. I am probably the least skilled player in this game. Everyone here is level 60 and had dozens of ranked games under their belts, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be such a noob going into this game. Anyway, on the red team over here, we have Etherel, who is playing as the Black Elder Warlock. Not much to say about that. And we have me, Thongger, playing as the Ultramarines DLC skin. That's my Apothecary. As you can see, that's me. And the boys in blue, boys in boring blue, but why not? And we have Brother Captain Arctophylax. I'm just gonna call him Brother Captain, and he has the Force Commander. He is a level 60 Space Marine, and you can see the wonderful smexy gear of his Force Commander. He has the Black Templars colored badge as well. Anyway, let's kick things off right here. So right off the bat, we're just gonna jockey for position straight off. All players just running down their respective alleyways. The green tech marine heading down the center. My scouts are heading down the center, and but I'm sending my Apothecary to help out Brother Captain. My Apothecary and his Force Commander worked pretty well in this game, so I was quite happy with that. So right off the bat, we have Chaos Marines, Tactical Marines, Chaos Marines, Space Marines, Guardians, and Guardians. So we have Etherel going for triple Guardians. Triple Guardians, very shooty, very deadly. Will be good against a Chaos Lord who will eat up little fragile Banshees in close quarter combat. But of course, yeah, Etherel doesn't know that yet. So in the text box, not sure if you can see it, Brother Captain and I are just discussing our strategies. I'm gonna go double ASMs, and he's gonna go double tax with. So he's gonna have the shooty army. I'm gonna have the melee orientated army. So right off the bat, I always like it when people talk in games. It makes it friendly. Anyway, right off the bat, we have Chaos. We have Leonidas and Green Tech Marine heading the north, and I am heading north with Brother Captain as well. I heal Brother Captain's Force Commander, and he gets a sweet knockback, knocking back all these fine gentlemen over here. And my Apothecary is joining in with his chainsaw, knocking back this Tech Marine. And our Marines are mixing it up in the fray, forcing back the Tech Marine over here. And meanwhile, what's happening down south, we have Etherel pushing forward with his triple Guardians, pushing back all these Chaos dudes over here. The cultists are nowhere to be found. We know the Force Commander is being pushed back over here. My Apothecary being pushed back as well. All these cultists chasing him. He's taking a lot of damage, but Brother Captain comes to my rescue, hits these guys with the shotgun blast, and holds them back. And these cultists are in big trouble, so I gave him a thank you there to my poor little April, who just barely made it out of there. But first blood goes to us, as Etherel has pushed back the Chaos player on the southern side of the map as well. However, 13 Blog RU, the Green Tech Marine, has captured most of the middle nodes, so we are inching forward here, but we do not have the generators pumped up here. I think they wanted to wait until see whether they won the initial engagement before they pumped up the generators. So wise decision, and we have them fortifying their position over here. So we are inching back. We wanted to force melee them with a scout to the shotguns to get off some good shotgun blasts over here. And my Apothecary is just capping this point. He's really low on health, but he's gonna self-heal as soon as I get enough energy right there. So my scouts inching forward over here, just gonna cap this point again. And we do have these Chaos Heretics hiding over here, not doing much. So we do have the Green Tech Marine and King Leonidas pushing forward over here. Green Tech Marine going double tax as well. So our tacticals are mixing it up. Lots of heavy slugging action over here. So he's forcing melee. Very wise move, forcing back these scouts. Scouts don't stand a chance against tactical marines. So he's just gonna charge forward with his marines. We do have a turret being set up here, so that that was something we had to be very careful of. This turret was a major pain for us. So I'm going to push my marines forward, and my marines have good cover, so they are going to start getting, I'm going to use my marines to tank this turret over here. They have heavy cover, so they'll be able to take it. They are tough marines, and they shall know no fear. But the force commander is just getting horribly ganged up on, and he gets really slaughtered by a hail of bolter fire over here. I do pop a heal, but Brother Captain doesn't realize this, so his force commander goes down again, unfortunate. And at some point, I carelessly lost my scouts over here to this Coward squad. They just ate my poor scouts alive out micro-lapse. And they start hitting our generators over here, but I do have my ASMs pushing forward, and with support from Brother Captain, I'm going to prevent these noise marines from firing, and he's going to provide good covering fire for me, and I'm going to focus down this Chaos Lord. I'm going to force him back a bit, give my my assault marines time to move, but he do use the cacophonous blast, and I'm forcing back my assault marines. One of my assault marines will go down over here, but my remaining assault marines will pull back. But this little diversion gave Brother Captain time to usher in more reinforcements, and he has his shotgun scouts coming forward, using double scouts to provide more numbers on the field. Having more numbers is always fun to have, especially for marines, as numbers are not their strong point, but have to be careful with scouts, seeing as they're quite squishy and fragile. You know, Etherel doing great disruption work behind enemy lines, capping all the points in the middle, just running over disruption and not letting them have the power node over here. And at this point, the enemy teams have lots of tactical and chaos tactical squads. So Brother Captain is gonna pull out a Devastator squad soon. He is hitting tier 2 though. No, actually he's not. He is hitting a Devastator squad. So. And I'm pulling out my second ASM squad when I could have teched instead. But I think we needed the extra assault push, seeing as they were camping, and not really camping, but really turtling up over here, and I needed squads. But here's a little neat little trick over here. They're using a Devastator squad, the staggered pattern, to cover the turret over here. And me over the Etherel pushing forward strong over here with Guardians inching forward, using grenades, double grenade spike over here, but the Chaos attacks are just pushing, and now the Guardians are in big trouble, getting meleeed away, but using the cover from the Shuriken weapons team to force back these heretics. But now the Chaos Lord stomping through the wall, and the Guardians are in big trouble over here, taking lots of damage, so gonna have to be forced back, and this weapons team is in big trouble over here as well. I did heal the Brother Captain again, but he didn't realize I had a heal coming, so but I do have one more heal coming, so we're gonna get him back on his feet, and he's gonna get on out of there before he so he can get back in the fight. So he's ready when I am, and I just pop the heal, and boom, bam, he just gets on out of there. So that's a sweet revival right there. And we're setting up all our dudes over here, and I do have my double ASMs coming up. The Etherel is pushing forward. He is being pushed back, I apologize, by El Pepe over here, and El Pepe is just really doing tons of damage. With King Leonidas offering support as well. So all three players are actually down, trying to hit our generators over here, but leaving the north generally unprotected with a small token force. But this token force is actually deadly, despite being quite short on numbers. So I'm going to tank forward with my tactical marines, and I'm going to jump with one ASM squad over here to get these Chaos Heretics pinned. My second ASM squad goes for the turret, so I jump right on these heretics over here. Unfortunately, I did not spot this heavy Devastator Marine squad over here, and now my ASMs are getting tied up with the heretics, doing some good damage, but once they're getting hammered. So I'm gonna go for this Devastator squad over here. But these ASMs being forced back by Chaos Heretics because they're the aspiring champion over there, so my ASMs are a bit outnumbered. So now I'm trying to hit these Devastator Marines, trying to do what damage I can, and we do have Weather Captain coming forward to support me from the middle over here with his double scouts, providing some much needed numbers, and my ASMs are tearing into this bunker over here. My Marine squad over here is starting to take some casualties. Oh my gosh, that Marine just absolutely exploded. Ultramarine armor chunks everywhere, and now the scouts with their shotguns are really providing the much needed numbers to push forward for us. And now the turret is well and truly dead. And but unfortunately for us all, PEPE is coming forward to support us from the middle. Fortunately for us, we do have Devastating Marine Squad, and Weather Captain, his scouts are in big trouble over here. His scouts are really low on hit points, but I do stomp on these guys with the Devastating Squad hitting them first, so we force back this whole squad, the whole of PEPE's army over here. So that was a fortunate move for us over here, and my Assault Marines are still well and good in the fight. And I'm pulling a Librarian as well. I wanted to pull out a Razorback, but I figured a Librarian would have more utility. Oh, we do have Warp Throw Gloves being pulled out here, and we do have grenades being pulled out, and oh my gosh, we do have squad wipes. Oh my, all those Marines going down, triple grenades wiping out tons of those Chaos Marines, only a single Chaos Marine making it out. So, and we do have an unfortunate retreat path through this entire area over here, and Warlock is absolutely just tearing everything, using the Witchblade of Kronos over here to have that sweet AoE damage, and just triple Guardians absolutely dominating the field. I think he lost his Shuriken weapons team, but his triple Guardian team is absolutely annihilating everything around him, moving his units around very smartly. But now he's in a little bit of trouble, getting ganged up on, and now these Guardians gonna have to get on out of there before they get hit by more damage. We did have PEPE using Let the Galaxy Burn, and we do have more fighting going up north. We have my double ASMs jumping on these double scouts over here that tried to nuke Weather Captain's what do you call it, the Devastator Squad. But we do have our Librarians and APOs hitting the field, and by sheer melee force we are forcing back all these guys over here. This is Weather Captain's Librarian, and I have my own Librarian on the field, but we do have this Devastator Squad setting up, but I do have flame attacks on the way, so I tell Weather Captain just to hold the position and draw fire with his Marines while my flame attacks on the way. So my flame attacks are going to inch forward. We're just going to focus fire down these guys, put as much fire as we can. They are pinning our Marines here, but my flame attacks on the way, and whoosh, down goes that Devastator Marine, and those Marines are going to have to get on out of there before we unleash a ward of hurt on them. So great teamwork with Weather Captain. He played extremely well. We do have Cacophonous Blast going on over here. The Force Commander punching one in the face and just teleporting out of there. He's just jumping on like a little bunny and punching everyone in the face, and he is in a bit of trouble here. I'm rushing forward to try and heal him. He does retreat, but I do get a heal on him, so he's gonna get on out there just fine, I think. And now my Librarian and Apothecary are gonna have to retreat. I'm gonna try and we're gonna use some covering fire to hold back the Chaos Force a bit over here. And my Librarian, is this my Librarian? No, that's Weather Captain's Librarian, just inching forward, doing some damage where he can, swinging his power sword of his, but the Chaos Lord and the Cultists forcing back our Marines over here, so we're gonna have to pull back right now. And we do have Etherel using a very tiny army, hitting tier 3 right off the bat. But the blue team way ahead on the victory points, having held more victory points than us for the majority of the map, so they really just whittled down our victory points quite badly. We do have Let the Galaxy Burn, but most of the Guardians do get out of the way. They are getting hit quite badly though, and kill the weak, healing the Chaos Lord. Now these Guardians are really banged up, but focus firing down this little Chaos Lord, and he's gonna have to be careful. The Warlock is tanked up, and he is using the Witchblade of Kronos, not doing much against the Chaos Lord because he's extremely tough. And we do have a huge melee blob over here of double Corn Chaos Corn Chain Axe wielding Marines over here. Now they're just gonna cap the midpoint away from us, so they're gonna have a triple cap very soon. So this is really gonna hurt the red team's victory point score. And now they're bunkering down the north, and the mid is quite well in their control. But I do have my ASMs, and we do just absolutely spike. Sorry, that was funny. Yeah, we just absolutely maul that break out this squad, and now we have a huge ball heading down to the middle. Sorry. Oh, that was too funny. Anyway, I do have my double assault marines. My army is pure melee at this point. Power axe, apothecary, armored apothecary, and improved medical equipment over here. I'm gonna head up north over here, hitting these guys with smite, just doing what damage I can. But I do jump in, and there is heavy suppression fire, and now my assault marines are in big trouble. So not much I can do here except pour these guys. I do jump these marines in to cover the retreat, but these assault marines are gonna have to get on right out of there. Now my heroes are the only ones left. Sort of a foolish assault on my part, but very little me and my allies could do. But I didn't take a single loss there. Now my heroes are in a bit of trouble. My apothecary bringing down a couple of guys. My tactical marines providing some cover fire, but there's precious little my heroes can do. I'm just gonna hit these guys with spikes just to cause a model loss. So I didn't take any model losses from that, and that's good enough for me. I got a couple of model kills on those guys, killed a chaos marine, and that's good enough for me. You know, we do have a major fray. Oh my gosh, Etherel, his guardian's getting hit by Let the Galaxy Burn. Those guardians gonna have to be very careful. They're dropping like flies over there. And Etherel losing 2 of his guardian squads over there, unfortunate, and a lot of guardians dead in that pile. That's like gotta be a dozen guys. But his Wraith guard still in one piece, but they did manage to kill the Chaos Lord, so that's pretty good. Now these guys are wrecking our power node again, but most of us are hitting tier 3 and we have our armies pretty fleshed out, so power is not going to be a huge issue for us, and we do have a fully developed power node over here, but these and we have the middle as well. So now I'm going to hit north again with the intention of using flashbang grenades off my assault squad. That is rarely used, so hopefully you guys will get some utility out. They're gonna hit the building over here with flashbang grenades to give my guys cover, while my flame attacks hit the building with flamers naturally to drive them out. So we're just gonna have to see what happens over here. But you know, we do have more action. The Wraith Guard retreating very slowly. We do have shotguns covering the retreat though, so but the captain, very good use of shotguns. His scouts a little bit of trouble here. Will we see a Witchblade of Cronus being pulled off here? Nope, we won't. But we do have suppression. Heavy bolters suppressing this entire squad over here. Meanwhile, I am hitting these guys with flashbang grenades, and I am gonna start flaming these guys, but the suppression does wear off, and they do start firing on my tactical marines. So now my tactical marines are in big trouble, and we do have all these bloodletters arriving. So I'm just gonna stomp on these guys and trying to do what damage I can. My assault marines are really getting quite banged up over here. I'm trying to keep the heals up on them, and I am this assault marine squad being forced back using some healing abilities. The sergeant does go down, unfortunately. So my army in full retreat over here. Just my attack didn't go the way I planned at all. I took quite a number of casualties, lost a couple of tactical marines, lost 2 tactical marines and a sergeant. So that's not losses I really want to be taking lightly. You know, Etherel lost his Warlock over here, but the captain is right there. I'm just gonna pick him right up, so he's back on his feet. So no problem there. And we're gonna cut the middle over here. So now we have pretty strong central control over here, and we do have Etherel pulling a D cannon. His army is tiny, but even with his tiny army, he's really laying down the hurt on El PEPE over here. And all of us are hitting tier 3 at the moment, and we do have 13 block just backcapping. So all the players microing fantastically well. I wouldn't stand a chance against these guys in a one-on-one game, but I had a fantastic teammate, so that's the only reason why I'm sort of holding my own. Even then, I'm getting my butt handed to me. So Etherel is gonna push left again, while me and Brother Captain are holding center. And we do have a grenade. Oh no, we marked target hitting the Marines with those grenades. So we did have a lot of Marines go down, and Brother Captain was quite unhappy with that. Marked target and a grenade smacking his Marines into little itty bitty bits. Great use of marked target there by the green tech Marine. But we do have the D cannon providing covering fire, and we do have this bloodletter charging in, and now my allies are in hot soup over here. But I am coming to pick up the slack. I do have assault marines jumping into the fray, but my marines are a bit outnumbered over here. I'm going to hit this blood crusher with melter bombs. The blood crusher does take a ton of damage from the melter bombs, but does not go down. And I do have my ASMs jumping in, flame attacks, flaming away, ASM slashing away with their power swords. But my guys are really getting swamped over here. And my marines are going to retreat. I see this orbital bombardment. I retreat all my units just at the exact moment when the first orbital bombardment comes in. And this was not my ally that launched the orbital bombardment. That was the green tech marine. So he just nuked his own team over here. So I was very fortunate to have gotten out of that, because that would have absolutely destroyed my army. And now with the PEPE in complete disarray, Etherel is going to come in and he is going to start trashing all these Chaos Marines up in little itty bitty bits. Even then the Chaos Lord is fighting very hard and shredding Guardians all over the place. But we did have lots of Marines going down in that mix over there. And now Battle Captain is pushing forward strong to pick up the slack. So sort of a bit of a tag team over here, but we are losing on victory points very badly over here, with the blue team doing well with 374 victory points and the red team only doing 40 victory points. So my team's in a lot of trouble over here. We do have the Ethereal Slash being put off. Wow. The Warlock is using his Providence ability, is invulnerable now, and is just using his Ethereal Slash and absolutely wrecking all these Chaos Marines over here. And with Battle Captain's Force Commander with his power fist. Oh, is he gonna get the squad kill? No, he pulls off a special, which is unfortunate. That would have nailed the Force Commander. And now we do have lots of specials being pulled off here. My Marine's gonna have to get on out of there. We do have a plasma cannon team, and knowing these Terminators preventing the cap, these guys are gonna have to get it on out of here. But Battle Captain pulling out his Terminators, teleporting forward with that flamer, and gonna force back this plasma devastator squad. And now he's gonna start to flame these guys over here, and gonna push forward relentless. I don't know what I did with my smite there. I was trying to target the building, but now these Marines are in big trouble, being flamed, and down go those two devastators, and those devastators are in big trouble and get hit by fire prison, and down they go. And we have the Terminators rushing for the tank over here. I really should have been capping with my Librarian so I could have been healing, but those Terminators get marked target and they are getting focus fired. So those Terminators are really getting hit before I can do anything. Down go those Terminators. So that was really unfortunate. My mistake there. I apologize for screwing up with my Apothecary. I do hit these guys with a smite and retreat on out of there, but we do have the fire prison providing some fantastic covering fire, and I cap it with my APO. That's all we need to do, and we do have a D cannon team set up over here. Huge firing arc, huge range, so we're gonna have lock down this area quite nicely over here. Now we actually have 3 victory points under our belt with two Chaos Lords lying dead on the field, so very nice there. And now we do have a Librarian running around, lots of capping going on all over the place, but now we do have teams pulling out Predators on all sides, so all the late game super units are coming in. We do have 5 prisms. Somewhere the Wraith Guard died, I'm not sure. They may have died over here. Yeah, I think they got ambushed over here. And we do have another Blood Crusher being Blood Crusher being put up, but Autarch is just jumping on as she does. And now me and Etherel have a pretty strong position here. Etherel providing great covering fire with his weapons teams. I'm going to edge forward over here, but it's pretty undefended. Not really. We do have a Chaos Dread heading forward, and we do have a strong push down the mid. Battle Captain, his scout's still alive, surprisingly, given how frantic this game is using. But we're going to have to pull on out of there because that Blood Crusher is going to wipe out everything in its path. But I'm going to head south and going to leave Etherel up north. Etherel is patient, and Etherel as always. But he's actually telling me to stay up top because that Dreadnought arrived at that exact wrong moment. But I do hit this Blood Crusher, and down goes that Blood Crusher, but his weapons platforms are forcing back that Dreadnought, and I am charging forward. So my double ASMs and Autarch are mixing it up. One of my ASM squads does go down, and my second AS, yes, I do lose a full ASM squad, and my last ASM squad barely makes it out there. But the Chaos Marines are pretty banged up as well, and we're gonna try and get the squad kill off, and then but yes, we do kill one of those Chaos Marine squads. So I'm trading one squad for one, not so bad, and we almost got a squad kill. My AP was tearing in those guys with his power axe, and our Ethereal's Autarch is diving in with grenades. My Predator tank being forced back because it had marked target on it, but now this Autarch with his power glaive executioner mace is just gonna rush for and slaughter everything. My Librarian, everything is mixing it up. We do have double scout shotguns causing loss to that. Down goes my Apothecary, but I use Laraman's Blessing, and he's back on his feet swinging his power axe. And down goes that Tactical Marine squad, a combination of swipe executioners and power axes, chopping them to bits. Now my Librarian is being forced back. My Apothecary a bit low on hit points, giving chase, gonna slash away at this Tech Marine with his power axe. Apothecary actually not much of a slack in melee, great support melee hero. and pulls up a special. Unfortunately does not get the kill. And now I do have my Predator tank back up north, and this Chaos Dreadnought is going to push forward strongly. The D-Cannon weapons team, all our weapons are focusing that Fire Prism is in big trouble, taking lots of damage from the Chaos Dreadnought, and this Predator about to get trapped, but my Predator comes in and knocks out the Chaos Dreadnought. So down goes the Chaos Dreadnought, and meanwhile we do have last cannon Predator pushing forward, so Brother Captain gonna have to be very careful there and just gonna have to inch out. And my Apothecary went down again, but once again Larraman's blessing and armor, the Apothecarium Godsend brought him back up on his feet, and now he is just running around doing as he does, healing and killing stuff. And now my Predator tank is inching forward. They did manage to cap the northern point, so blue team once again capping again. My ASMs are jumping in to recap this point for us, and now there's nothing to stop us from capping this point. So now this game is really boiling down to the wire. Blue team still has a huge advantage, but they have lost a lot of units in the recent firefight, so we're gonna have to try and capitalize that and hold on to the victory points like a mother would hold on to a vulnerable babe. And we do have these double Fire Prisms still locking down this point. If you're being very patient and defensive, holding down the points for us. My ASM starting to take some damage, but I'm going to use my APO to heal these ASMs, and I'm just going to fly them out of there. Or not. Am I going to fly them out? Yes, I'm going to... No, they're going to fly into the flare. As a Space Marine, I know no fear. I'm going to try and hit these heretics and scouts repairing the tank, and down goes the heretic squad, and my ASM's tearing into the flare, and a shot from the Fire Prism knocks out the Green Tech Marine, the Salamanders, Predator tank, but King Leonidas is pushing forward over here with his Chaos Lord, and we do have an Eldritch Storm. Do we have an Eldritch Storm being called in? No, I'm not sure. And anyway, yes, we do have an Eldritch Storm being called in. Saved my APO example. Oh my gosh, it just absolutely gibbed Cultist Squad right off the bat. The Cultist Squad absolutely disintegrated in the little bloody chunks, and now this Chaos Lord being forced back, and we have 2 points under control. And now we have the one-man army, which is the Warlock, absolutely tanking a whole army, along with Brother Captain and Arctophylax slashing away with their power weapons. This Chaos Lord very low on hit points. This Arctophylax a little bit outnumbered, so gonna have to just dart back for a bit, but she's gonna try and recap this point. And we do have the Force Commander just soloing the whole Chaos Force over here. He is extremely tough with his armor, but we do have a greater unclean one. He spots this, and his Force Commander is gonna have to get out there. Gets a bit ganged up on, and oh my, down goes his Force Commander. Oh dear. But we do spot the greater unclean one, so the sacrifice of his Force Commander is worth it, because now we are mobilizing our entire armored fleet. So we have 3 Predator tanks and 1 Fire Prism heading down to the middle to meet this greater unclean one in a titanic clash which will decide this match. Meanwhile, there was a Chaos Tac Squad trying to cap our middle point, but my ASMs jumped on them and we absolutely annihilated them. So now we have an entire armored fleet supported by my Marines rushing forward to do battle with this good unclean one. And I do have my last cannon training its sights, but we do have enemy support teams causing lots of fire, driving back our tanks, Vomit hitting our tanks, not doing too much damage, but once again our tanks have to be very careful. My Apothecary running some disruption, doing what he can. North is still locked down by Etherel's army over here, so Etherel doing very well just to stay patient, and Etherel tells us just to hold fast, and we hold fast we will. We have a line of armored battle tanks and nothing is gonna stop us unless they pull out a special, which is why I sort of sped out my guys. Last thing we need is a special ability knocking out all our armored vehicles in one fell swoop. But now they are gonna push forward. The Chaos Lord charging forward to tank the whole army, the Librarian rushing forward to meet him and drawing back a bit, hitting these Marines to do some damage. Oh my, we do have an entire squad wipe, a combination of Smite and the 5 Prisons battle tank. The Chaos Lord horribly overextending, and he might not shot from my last cannon brings down the Chaos Lord. We do have this tactical squad rushing forward, but we do have double fire. Do we have triple fire prisms? We have triple fire prisms on the field. Yeah, we have triple fire prisms targeting these guys, and these guys don't stand a chance of capping this point, so that Marine just absolutely got blown to smithereens. Yep, so this point is still ours. He put out an Eldritch Storm, but that wasn't needed, just to be safe anyway. Now I'm going to drop my Marines and I'm going to target this Blast Master over here, who has been causing us so much grief. my assault marines jumping in and this great unclean one turning around. So I'm gonna hit him with melter bomb to slow him down. So now my assault marines are getting met by these tactical marines. These core cultists are gonna stop worshipping and gonna try and hit my assault marines. I hit my assault marines with Veil of Time, so they just kite out of there. And now these cultists are getting hit by fire from all sides. I pop a heal on my assault marines and start tearing into these cultists with my assault marines and ripping these guys to shreds. And now the points are really balancing out, 21 to 12. And down goes the great unclean one from concentrated fire from 3 Predator tanks over here. And now we are just gonna push forward strong. My assault marine is gonna start decapping this point. Once again, the Better Captain's force commander bring a one-man army just tanking everything. We do have an orbital bombardment going on, but I think the land raider may roll out of there in time. Yes, he appears he does. I'm not sure. Whoa, the tech marine gets caught by it. And now we have 3 Predator tanks meeting the land raider, but unfortunately you won't be able to see what happens as the match ends. So, wow, that was a really climatic match over there. Really boiled down to the wire. Could have gone either way at the end. Etherel was the champion of the match with his stats, and he did fantastically with triple guardians, pretty much holding off King Leonidas the whole El Pepe, my mistake. Pretty much holding El Pepe off the whole match, and finally pulling out 3-5 prisms and his D cannon, which really held the northern point, while Butter Captain and I held the middle. So Butter Captain with his double predators, we had a huge armored battalion, and me with my infantry support and my APO just providing support where he could. So anyway, that was a fantastic match. Great game to all players. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and if you guys want more videos, subscribe, leave comments, like, send me emails. It makes me feel happy. And I'll see you guys next time. Thongger out.